wait for people to tune in. Hey guys. Can we see how many people have Okay. We'll wait until a couple more people log in and then we'll get started. Hey everyone. We're gonna wait for just a couple more people to tune in and then we'll get started. He's still here in the chat. Alright. Up to 16. Hi Olivia. Hi Brooke. If you're just joining us, we're just waiting a couple more minutes for a couple more people to tune in and then we will get started. All right, so we have about 30 people logged in, so we'll go ahead and get started. We wanted to try something different this week. We're going to do a little bit of trivia, and whoever comments first and answers the correct answer will get a little prize. So the trivia question is, how many times a year should you change the batteries in your smoke detector? So if you think you know the answer, go ahead and write it in the comments and we will let you know the winner at the end. All right, we're gonna get started with our book. This week we're gonna be reading Pete the Cat, Firefighter Pete by James Dean. We are going on a class trip today, says Principal Nancy. She leads the class to a bright, big yellow bus. Everyone climbs on board. They're going to visit the firehouse today. The bus parks next to the bright red firehouse. Pete and his classmates are really excited. The firehouse is huge. It can hold up to 2 long red fire trucks and all of the firefighters' equipment. That's pretty big, huh? The firefighters show the kids around. They give everyone a turn to ring the old brass fire bell outside the firehouse. Then, all the kids take turns sliding down the firefighter's pole. Callie yells as she slides down, "Whee!" The firefighters allow the kids to try on their gear. Firefighters wear a lot of equipment. We do wear a lot, huh, Sparky? First, Pete puts on his heavy black overalls. Then, he steps into his tall black boots. A firefighter helps Pete put on the heavy yellow jacket. Finally, they place a hard black helmet on Pete's head. All this gear is really heavy. Pete can barely move. Do you remember the first time you put on fire gear, Sparky? It is pretty heavy, huh? The firefighters allow the kids to explore one of the fire trucks. Callie sits in the driver's seat. She presses on the horn. It's so loud that all the kids cover their ears. Then, Pete turns on the sirens and lights. The sirens blare, wee-oo, wee-oo. The lights flash red and yellow. Suddenly, a loud bell rings in the firehouse. Uh-oh, it's the fire alarm. There's a fire in town. Gear up, Pete. The firefighters scramble into their heavy gear very quickly. Pete puts on his gear too. They all climb aboard the fire truck and turn on the siren and lights. Firefighter Pete and the firefighters are on their way. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. The fire engine races through town, and the lights flash round and round. A firefighter presses the horn. All the other cars move out of the way. There's the fire! It's hot and loud, but the firefighters know exactly what to do. They work together as a team to connect the fire truck to the fire hydrant. Then the firefighters also attach a long, heavy hose to the truck. Firefighter Pete gives a signal, and the firefighters turn on the water. Whoosh! The water gushes out very fast. Several firefighters must hold the hose down to control it. Pete helps direct the hose as they spray the fire with the water. The fire is starting to go out. There is smoke everywhere. Suddenly, Pete hears yelling from the roof. Uh-oh, I think someone's stuck on the roof, Sparky. Oh no, it's Grumpy Toad. He needs to be rescued. The firefighters raise a long ladder from the truck. Crank, crank, crank. The ladder goes up and up and up. Firefighter Pete and another firefighter help Grumpy Toad climb down the ladder carefully. Yay, the fire is out and everyone is safe. The firefighters drive back to the firehouse. They take off all their gear. They pat Pete on the back and say, "Good job, Pete. Firefighter Pete helped save the day." The end. All right, so let's see if anyone answered our trivia question to see. All right, so Ron Gordon, you are our winner, and the correct answer was twice a year. We usually like to recommend that when you change your clocks, that you kind of get into the habit of changing the batteries and checking your smoke detector to make sure it works. Right, Sparky? All right, well, thank you everyone for tuning in. We will be back next Thursday at 10:30, and we will have a new trivia question for you. And remember, stay safe. Thanks for tuning in.